Hey YouTube, welcome back to the Chainsaw Canucks. So, we're going to do a little bit of modifications to this guy. This is minor. This is kind of what Crazy Feller did to his. It's going to allow, add more air intake to this thing. How are we going to do that? I don't know. Haven't figured that out yet. Making this up as I go. First, we need to get that off. Take a look inside. Figure out where we're going to put extra holes. Because I don't want it to be random, half-ass holes. I want them at least to be somewhat symmetrical. Why? Just because I think that'll look better. So I got epoxy, I have screen, tin snips, maybe snips, whatever you call them. I have a cerveza. Now we're going to have to figure out where to put holes. I just bring the saw back up here. Trying to look where holes might do it some good. A couple up here. I think a couple up here. And a couple on the side. So how can we do this with symmetrical-ish? That's pretty close. You guys even in frame. Sorry, sometimes I forget to make sure people are in frame. Okay, that should be plenty good enough. So I'm just going to put a tick here, a tick there, drill a pilot hole. So last winter, my brother-in-law got me an impact driver, and then I had the Christmas cash from work. So I got myself these Ryobi tools from Home Depot. I wouldn't use them at work, but for at home, they're actually not bad. They're pretty good value. I like the good value. Okay, those look pretty decent there. Put some on the side here. So I'm just gonna pick a scribe point, kind of lightly scribe there. Lightly scribe here. And do the same. Find a nice halfway point. Go against that ridge. I'll go a little closer. Scribe another line. Scribe another line. I feel like I'm in sheet metal school. Sheet metal school, you have to do a lot of... Isn't that interesting? This actually doesn't appear to be symmetrical. What's wrong with that? That's where that is, but that's... Oh, I get it. It isn't symmetrical. If you look at that carefully, this cover isn't symmetrical. I don't know why. No reason why it couldn't be, but will that be good on both sides? I don't know. I like where it is on this side, so I'm going to go ahead and drill that one. Different way to get that other point. We'll go up there. And from there to there. As good as it's going to get. Should be right about there. Looks pretty damn good. Okay, so obviously those holes are too small. Problem with the chuck, number 30 bits get stuck in there. Don't pull. I find that with the dual ones too. There's a hole in there in like the number 30 bits. That's actually Phillips head gets stuck in there a bit. A little bit of pain in the ass, but it's not the end of the world. Okay, so let's go there. Stay. Okay, so crack a beer. Make some bigger holes. There we go. Nice big holes. Yeah, Yeah, it's working fast. Make another one. Like my DeWalt drill at work too, this thing, if you let it free spool without any torque on it, letting it go down to 0 RPMs, the chuck seems to loosen up. That's annoying. These ones might go a little smaller. Size, so don't go too big. So this step bit, bought at Empton Fasteners. It was like $90. First time I went to go using the stainless, because it's like a cobalt coated one. It took a chip out right there. $90 bit. Sometimes paying a lot of money for stuff just doesn't cut it. Huh. Just realized this is off center too. That's closer to this side. Not that it matters for like any practical reason. Now I can take some snips. Got some stainless steel mesh. Some squares. Smaller ones for the side. That looks a little good. I have to do this in stages because I'll just do the first ones for the viewers. What's up, brother dog? Last guy there. Snip that off. Right by the furnace again, so somebody can't hear me. I apologize. Put that one. Check the smaller side holes. Okay, now these guys. There's part of me that almost wants to kind of heat this up and then put it in, but what should I do? I'm going to take the corners off just so it's not so big and bulky. Snips are not the best stuff for cutting this. Don't let anyone tell you that they are. Oh, son of a biscuit. Pointy. If I was smarter, I would have punched discs at work, but I might just leave them as is. Once the epoxy's in there. Yeah, I'll just leave them as is, because let's just see if I can find something to kind of push down in the center, just to kind of give it some shape. That 5/16 nut driver. Okay, those are in place. Now I'll grab some epoxy. Something to mix the epoxy on. And something to mix the epoxy with. You know, Bodie, Dolph's Lumberjack, he did a little tip. And I thought it was the greatest tip. It was like over a year ago. That's to buy popsicle sticks for doing stuff like this. And I thought, wow, that's a great idea. I need to do that. Here we are a year later, and I've not done that. Find something random to mix it with I don't care about. So we got this one too. Just doing these ones for today. Or for now. No, how long this stuff takes to set up actually. more than enough epoxy. Mix that epoxy up. These being epoxy, it should flow pretty good. I think on the sides I'll do them one at a time, or I wish I had a soldering gun, not an iron, because if I had a soldering gun I could probably just use that to heat up the stainless mesh and kind of melt into the plastic. Because I think that actually worked pretty good. I'm sure somebody's tried that out there. But for today we use epoxy. It's a lot. Shit. Kind of making a mess of this. I wish I had a popsicle stick. That would be a lot better right now. I shouldn't be too worried if for some reason even if these popped off, it would just, you know, not like the air filter's gonna, you can get past the air filter. My epoxy voodoo is not great. Kind of looks like my dog did this. Well, he's looking at me saying, no, I could do a better job. Jesus. Okay. But yeah, just, you guys probably already in frame. I'll have to make sure it's all in frame. But yeah, just getting some epoxy around there, just enough to hold into place once this sets up. Basically, like just drip into place. But if I ever do this again, I kind of like my soldering gun idea. I've been actually meaning to buy one. I've got a soldering iron, but it's only I think 35 watts or something. Nice to get a big old 300 watt soldering gun. Okay, let's see what's going on down here. Let's make sure nothing's really spilling through too much. It is a bit, but let's slide those this way. It'll do. So yeah, that's it for now. Just gonna let that stuff set up, and then I think someone might get into that hole, but whatever. Just leave it. I can always wash it out after. Some acetone or whatever. I'm not sure what kind of solvent this uses, but I wonder if I do this, the side ones will just stick. I can get them all done. So that kind of would be nice. And tomorrow, I got a hockey game to go to tomorrow, but it'd be nice to. It's gonna be warm because it's always warm in Edmonton now in the winter apparently. Okay, that's in there like so. Oh, yeah, this should stay. I think so. Mix up a little more epoxy, get the side ones on. Jesus. Oh, I'm so glad it's Friday. And Tea's man has a live stream tomorrow morning at like 8:05 a.m. my time. I'm gonna try to catch it. I try to sleep in on the weekends though, so I probably won't be there for right when it starts, but I do like watching his live streams. Comments and stuff. It's fun. I should do another live stream at some point. Maybe I'll get enough super chats I can actually reach the payout threshold on YouTube. Like I say, I've actually made money on YouTube. So I can't complain. I mean, people sent me stuff. I've gotten free stuff, but it's just nice to get one paycheck from YouTube. One day. I'm sure it'll happen. And that money would just go right back to the channel. So I wouldn't mind getting a wireless Bluetooth mic for when I'm filming. Because I'm not the loudest speaker to begin with, and especially if the furnace is on behind me, that doesn't make things any better. Okay, now we'll get this little guy on. This is a lot better than other options. There's a product that you can do this with, like I want to say frog skins, but that doesn't sound right. I'm not sure what it's called, but it's expensive apparently. This stainless steel screen is free for me. It's one of those things I've been at the shop for as long as I've worked there, never really been used much. So, okay, so once that epoxy sets, it'll be done. Get crap off my hands, go upstairs, change because it's Friday. Anyways, take her easy. Hopefully I'll be playing with the saw tomorrow. But yeah, that should definitely help with airflow. Maybe not in the winter because it'll allow cold air in, but it is what it is. Anyways, take her easy. Bye.